Welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We're going to take a ride from the Mill Bridge Village Camp Resort to the Strasburg Rail Road on the Harley Switchback. Excited, Marie?
Very excited.
I went through it. I got video of it.
You did?
As we leave Mill Bridge Village Camp Resort, we're going to make a left on Ronks Road and head towards Strasburg Rail Road. Ronks, PA, and Strasburg are both in Lancaster County, and there are a lot of Amish in the area, and you can see, even with the population increasing, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania is still very rural with lots of farms and farmlands, which makes for great motorcycle rides. It's not uncommon when you're in Amish country to see the Amish out with their horse and buggies. This is the first one. I believe we'll see 3 in the course of this ride. Now, a lot of the corn you see in the fields on either side of the road is horse corn or field corn to feed animals rather than the sweet corn that you and I typically find at a farmer's market. Now, this sign on the left, Casey Jones, is for a motel and restaurant that is made up of railroad cars. So you can spend the evening sleeping in a railroad car. And you'll see that past this buggy on the left-hand side. This is buggy number 2 that we have seen on this ride. And if you're in this area, they do offer buggy rides as kind of a tourist attraction thing. Now, we were camping at the Mill Bridge Village Camp Resort off of Ronks Road, and we had the switchback in the toy hauler, so that allowed us to take the motorcycle with us. So if you do have a motorcycle, that's a great campground to kind of set up base in the Lancaster area. That campground also is right on the Peckway Creek, which we went kayaking on, and there's another video on that Peckway Creek kayaking and also on the campground that you can check out if you are interested. And here we're coming up on buggy number 3, going the opposite way. And one thing I do want to mention is when you look at the Amish farms, you'll notice that their barns are much larger than the homes, because the barn is how the farm operates. And of course, here on the left is the Casey Jones Train Car Motel and Restaurant. Now we'll be approaching the Strasburg Rail Road very shortly. And what you'll notice is from that campground, it's less than a 10-minute ride. They are open for rides. However, currently, this was in August of 2020, you needed to buy your tickets online and show up to get on the car due to the social distancing requirements. So I'm sure that'll eventually pass. And here on the left-hand side is the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum. So you have these two major railroad attractions across the street from each other, and easy to spend an entire day between your train ride, grabbing something to eat, and then going over to the museum. There are other shops and museums related to rail in the area. In addition, Dutch Wonderland is here for amusement attractions, and there is the American Music Theater, which brings in some pretty big name musicians to perform. And that's all within 10 minutes of the campground in the Strasburg Bronx area. Seems like it's closed.
You'll let us just walk and take the video or no?
No, they said no entrance. I don't want to go to jail.
So do they give rides, Scott?
They're supposed to, because Courtney was down here, right? But maybe you have to book it ahead of time, and they, you know what I mean? Now, I thought this was a road, but Marie pointed out this is actually a driveway, so we did have to turn around and go back out to an actual road to finish our ride. Go this way?
Yeah. Go for the little ride yet or not?
Yeah. And we turned right and we looped back around and eventually made it to the road that the campground is on. You'll get a quick view of the campground as we drive back to our site. On the left-hand side, you see the historic grist mill, which you can or you camp here. They do have full hookup sites and water and electric sites, and half of their sites are on the Peckway Creek. And you'll see when we park the motorcycle that our campsite is right on the creek. I believe we were in campsite number 15. And for those of you looking for the campground experience but do not have a camper and don't want to camp, you can choose one of the cabins they have and stay at the campground in a cabin, and that would give you a nice option if you're thinking about maybe getting into camping but haven't decided yet. That would be a good way to check it out. As I turn this corner on the motorcycle, all of the campers on the right-hand side, their campsites back right up to the Peckway.
Hi, Callie.
We hope you enjoyed this ride. If they did, Marie, what could they do to help us out?
They could subscribe,
And if they want to know each time we put out a new video?
ring the bell.
And what else could they do to show appreciation for our videos?
Of course, give us a thumbs up.
But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Thanks for watching.